Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto video. And I've just found out something that I think is mind-breaking. It is crazy, guys. It is crazy, let me tell you. There's some information that's been lingering around for years that if you use it to the best of your advantage, I think we can make a lot of money on. But more importantly, there's a couple of signs that crypto is about to turn out really fast. And it's proven to be right pretty often. So to kind of start it out, one of those things which I've used significantly often is this altcoin season index. Right now it's sitting at about 94, and I hope you guys can see it properly even though my little video is somewhere in the corner, but I just want to kind of get you guys to realize something, all right? If we, for example, look at this index, which right now has gone up significantly over the last couple of weeks here from about, let's say, June 13th or something like that, it's crossed the line here. Let's say June 11th or so as a little bottom, anything like that would work, right? It's gone from bottom of the cycle from Bitcoin season to altcoin season in a very short amount of time, but basically it's gone below 25 to above 75. That's key right here, all right? That's key. Let's take a little bit of a look. So here, all right, it went making a dip. We can actually see the beginning of this cycle actually, but it doesn't matter. We can take any point right here below the 25 section. Let's just take, for example, December 1st as being our dip. And then let's see here, for example, April 16th or May 18th to be our top. Not sure exactly which one is higher. They're both as high, so it doesn't matter. All right, so let's take ourselves December 1st to May 16th, just for reference. Take a look at the chart then. Let's take a look, right? Just again, let's take a look. It's very interesting to me, guys. It's very interesting. We can see that if we take, for example, let's say here November 26th, something like that, all the way towards the highest point here in May of 2021, which is roughly around the 14th of May or 13th, something like that. You can see it's about 700% gains in that little time period. But it's a little bit crazier than that, right? So if we, for example, take any one of these moves, for example, an earlier one, here, May 18th, May 19th to above, which is August 2020. Just as an example here. I've taken out the altcoins, but you can actually do this for the entire crypto market cap as well. If we take May from 2020 to August of 2020, you can see for yourself pretty simply that it's increased drastically. 100% at least over that little time period. There's a couple exceptions though, and you gotta find those out. That's the reason, here for example, it's a little bit of an exception, and that's the reason I wanna back it up with a couple of different other things. One of those being this 11-year-old indicator we've used a couple of times in the past. It's the RSI mixed together with, for example, our pi cycle bottom or the multi-year trend line or the 200 weekly moving average, which all have showcased that a bottom right now is in for Bitcoin. You can see here, for example, we've had our bottom a little bit ago. We are most likely going to turn back around because that's what we've done for the last 11 years. Every single time we came towards this, let's just call it this oversold area. You can also see the exact same thing happen on the top every single time. But for example, somewhere in 2019, it showcased this bottom. And since it did not showcase top yet, in theory, right, if you actually did trust the signs, for example, from, okay, it's looking to be in a good position here again. If you did trust the signs, you could have basically bought anywhere and still have been good. It would have just taken a little bit of time. And I guess that's what's really kind of important about crypto. A lot of people have this very short-term mindset, but a lot of these bull runs take years. And as I've stated before, I think if you buy crypto right now, you'll be good in a couple of years. It's very easy to win. That does not mean, though, that you can't have these very drastic decreases in price. For example, 60% down. Here, even in this bull run, nobody can deny that March of 2020 is not when the bull run started back up again, right? You can see here, it's only been increase for about a year and a half or so afterwards. It does not mean, though, that there weren't some really ridiculously crazy down periods. For example, here, 30% down. A little bit later, for example, the price went down about 26%. Here, it was a crazy period of volatility with 25% down very ridiculously often, for example. That's only altcoins. I think with Bitcoin together, it might be a little bit less bad, but you guys hopefully get the idea that even within clear bull markets, there's crazy down periods. Here's another good example, right? Here, for example, the price went down roughly 30% or so from its almost nearly all-time high just before making another crazy all-time high. And all this is trying to kind of put into your head, or all that I'm trying to do here, is the only scenario in which things I think are going to get a lot worse is if we get into a crazy recession, the S&P, NASDAQ just go absolutely crashing and Bitcoin follows because a lot of people are buying for that reason. If we follow the 11-year trend though, if we follow the pi cycle bottom, if we follow the 200 weekly moving average, all of those are showcasing that a bottom right now is in. And you guys don't have to misunderstand me, right? I'm saying if a bottom is in and we follow what we saw here, crazy gains to follow, crazy gains to follow. But all that I'm saying with the bottom is that we can surely increase over time. Have some crazy 20%, 30% pitfalls. But as long as we keep increasing over this period of time, which I didn't, construct perfectly here, but as long as we don't go below this $400 billion for the altcoins or for the total market cap, that would be around $700 something billion. As long as you basically continue to move up like this is still considered a bull run, as you're basically over longer periods of time continuing to go up with a bottom being formed. It's kind of difficult to spot all this though, right? As right now might be the big turnaround point with a recession looming. And again, we have not seen a recession ever since Bitcoin was created. So for that reason, this 11-year-old indicator might now stop working. Mike Novogratz, for example, he said this bullish action, it's not that good. I'd say 20 to 30,000 is a more comfortable zone. And there's something to be said about that. The reason I'm saying so is because if we, for example, take a look at Bitcoin, maybe I have a clean chart open right here. If we take a look at Bitcoin, for example, it's not completely clean. Maybe this one is. Let's quickly check it out. I think it will do. If we take a look at Bitcoin, for example, we could honestly very easily have some price action that looks like this. Staying within the $30,000 range, moving a little bit like this. But as long as we don't, and then having one breakout, for example, or maybe right now, for example, one relief rally towards 28,000, maybe 30,000, for coming back down all the way towards 19,000, and then just starting to maybe move our way up, for example, right? And this could take another half a year. Who knows? We've seen it very, very often in the past. It can be very volatile, but it can also be just like this with 30% dips every single time throughout the next year or so. That does not mean, however, that the bull market has not started again. Again, the only way in which I'm thinking I'm going to see another bigger dip, and again, I'm defining bull market as we are not going to see a dip deeper than let's say about $17.5 thousand. We're not going to see a dip lower than that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that the price cannot drop to that level yet again, or drop another 30%, or even be at this level for another year. Again, we could see the price go like this for the next year, slowly but surely going up. That's what I consider to be a bull market, though. I think the fact that we've hit our lowest of the lowest point. And there are so many indicators that are showing that this could be the lowest point ever. And that right now is not really a bad time to buy altcoins either, because they could just realistically speaking, be increasing over longer periods of time, but just be a good buying opportunity right now. Understand this though, guys. My videos are not financial advice. I'm just sharing a fun little scenario with you guys that I've found and that I'm very excited or interested in. If you guys enjoy money, which I know you guys do, make sure you check out my $10,000 giveaway. A link is going to be down below. Right now, there's about 4.7 thousand entries. It's, however, only about 400 people that have entered, and there's going to be 10 winners. So make sure you go ahead and check it out. It is very much worth it because, well, why not? You don't have anything to lose. You don't need to follow me everywhere. You can just do one of these things if you want. And this is how we're going to separate the money. I think it's going to be very freaking cool. Make sure you check it out, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.